Hi there. Okay, we're going to be talking today about our consolidated view of everything that you're spending. Now, I just want to step back for a moment and remind everybody that our product integrates to over 40 different carriers in Canada. So it doesn't matter to us where we're getting the data from, but when it comes to providing you a consolidated view, it's there as if it was all coming from one. However, you do have an opportunity of seeing the breakdown by different carriers as required. Now, the other thing you have to remember is not only do you have all the different data, we also ask you to help us develop a profile for you. We call this a hierarchy. And the hierarchy is, how do you view yourself? How do you see your organization? Is it, one head office with a multiple small locations? Is it, the Eastern Division, Western Division, Southern Division? Doesn't matter to us. However you see your organization is how we set up your profile and how we slice and dice the data of what we're bringing into your organization. And that'll be a little bit more meaningful to you here in a moment. So this is the consolidated view. And what I mean by that, we bring everything into this one pane of glass. Obviously, we have a mobility module that you can do some other reports and see other things which are unique to mobility. We have the landline component, which is everything from your fixed services, your long distance, your carrier, your conferencing services, that type of thing. But Consolidated is taking mobility, landline data, everything, and it's all merged into one place. So similar to your landline module, we see the current spend, except now we have the module piece. We see the difference from one month to the other. The big difference here is that prior month was $600 less on the mobility. And this is an unusual situation in that the mobility here is such a small part of the overall spend. We usually see it, honestly, mobility these days is usually more in a lot of cases than the fixed services. But this is data that we've manipulated from other places. So this is how it all came into our system. Now, one thing we can do is show you what is the breakdown of your different carriers. So your TELUS Canada is 10% value, ExecuLink, Zayo Telemanagement, Bell Canada, Bell Mobility, ThinkTel. So this just gives you a nice little view as to what your spend is on a monthly basis. So with the corporate dashboard, I also have the opportunity of pulling different kinds of reports. And when you're talking consolidated view, this is usually one of the key areas if you're in a financial, if you're in, or I should say, if you're in finance, and one of the things that you are responsible for is creating your monthly budgets or annualized budgets. Everything is right there for you can pull that information with at a moment's notice. And let me show you how we do it. So we see here's a consolidated year to date. Let's just click the button. We see our total view spend on top. And then below, we see the 12 months worth of history. Everything is there for 12 months. If we look at a particular month, we can see we have long distance toll-free voice services. Data services are pretty consistent. Other charges and credits, we have a credit coming back. Mobile services, overall, this particular client, it spends a little over $30,000 each month. I mentioned about a hierarchy. If I were to choose one of these particular bills or invoice months, you're going to see we have 4 different divisions. In those divisions, I can quickly glance to see who are my biggest spenders. I can see that the metal manufacturing is the large spender here. And one of the areas is the data services. If I wanted to see more about data, I could drill down into the data. And there's some really expensive items there from Zayo. And other services, we have up to 17 entries in all with this bill. So let's just get them all here. 10 megabit, 3 megs. These are all data point-to-point, or I should say internet connections. Okay, so nothing surprising. So let's just kind of move back again into the window. I'd like to take a closer look at my voice services. One thing I'm able to do is sort my voice services. Oh, just a minute. Let's put them all up on the screen. As we're waiting for that to happen, at any time you can download any of these reports into Excel, a CVS file, and use it for further data mining and report creation. One of the features I really like about this system is I'm able to sort it from most expensive items to least expensive. And whoops, I want to get most expensive again. Okay. Well, I can see some of my services for the Mega Link. Here we go. Here's some connections. Sort this a little bit further. It wants to go the other direction on me. Let's see if we can see anything. Well, you know what? By doing this, I have just discovered, just by eyeballing, that I have some non-contracted lines. What's interesting about this, I have some at $91 a piece. I can see I have some for $70 a piece. But yet I have a 12-month agreement. So this is something I need to investigate, because I either have everybody under a 12-month agreement. If these lines are going to stay in for any length of time, maybe I should look at a 3-month agreement, or sorry, a 36-month agreement. But nevertheless, why would I have any analog services on a monthly basis? If I do, it's only because I plan on disconnecting these lines anytime soon. So this is something you can look at and make corrective action. Okay, let's just kind of move along. So, whoops. So what else do I have in my reports? If we look at consolidated by site, if I want to even go a little bit further and choose a particular location, and I want to see what has been the spend and in that particular location itself, the detail of everything shows up. The mobility, the landlines, all the accounts. This is a lot of detail. So at this point, I just want to circle back to the consolidated dashboard. So again, just remember, everything here is showing it all collapsed into one portal for easy reporting, for easy management, regardless of carrier. And it's kept for over a 12-month period. And right now it's really kept indefinitely. We haven't quite decided as to when to do the cutoff on historical storage. But at this point, if you're all interested, if we can help you, now that you've taken a look at some of the great services and applications that we have within this software tool, please reach out for a free trial.